Welcome to Tracy Talks. If you have ever had fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, um, sickness that you didn't know what it was, I can completely relate to you. About 5 years ago, I got really sick. And at first it was just pneumonia. I was in the hospital for a week. I was bedridden for about a month. And then I just couldn't get better. I was walking with a cane. I had pain all over my body. It was just so bad. I thought I was going to die. And I was literally bedridden for like half the year, and I had to have help come in because I have 4 kids. My husband had to take a sabbatical from his job and come home. We had to have in-home care. I was really sick, and we didn't know what it was. So they gave me the label fibromyalgia. I tried to get better. I tried to rest. I stayed in bed all the time, but I never really was strong enough. Like even just to go pick up my kids at school, I would lay in bed all day to gather strength to get to the car at school pickup time, to drive a block down, and then get outside of my car and kind of lean against the car to get around the other side of the car and lean against the car to wait for my kids to come out so I could kind of pretend like I'm okay. But I wasn't okay. I couldn't even stand up barely. This went on for years. I was really sick, and a few things helped me. First of all, they found out I had Epstein-Barr virus. That's like mono, and when you have mono, okay, kids get it all the time. Epstein-Barr virus, 78% of the population has it, so I'm not going to get you with my virus or anything. But a lot of people get it. They get it through mono or other ways. But I had a unique condition where I had it for like 7 years or 8 years, they found out. And when you have Epstein-Barr virus for many years, it causes MS. So what was happening to me is I was slowly becoming MS, multiple sclerosis, from the Epstein-Barr. I'm so glad, praise God, they found out what it was. And so they treated me for the Epstein-Barr. Literally, within weeks, I started feeling like myself again. I started to feel better. So if you do have any of these conditions, check and get a blood test for Epstein-Barr and see if you've had that. After they treated me for that and that was gone and not a problem anymore, I still was not super strong. I was a lot better, but I still was very weak. So then I thought about it, and I realized, I was usually mostly sick in the winter, not in the summer. And I had my vitamin D levels checked, and it turned out I had a vitamin D deficiency. And when you have a vitamin D deficiency, what happens to you? There's someone passing by in a scooter out in front of my house. Hello! Anyway, when you have a vitamin D deficiency, what it causes is pain in your fingers, pain in your body, pain in your joints, trouble walking, headaches, and that's also chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. So I started taking incredible levels of vitamin D, 5,000 units a day, not 400 like they get at the drugstore, 5,000 a day, which they now sell at the drugstore. I started taking that every morning, and it was like incredible. I felt like I hadn't felt in 10 years. So vitamin D. Also, I got on Lyrica, which they prescribed for fibromyalgia. In the first few weeks of that, I felt like there were bugs crawling all over my body, and it freaked me out. It was horrible. But after a couple weeks, they upped my dose, and literally, it was the difference between me barely being able to walk down the street to being able to walk miles. So Lyrica, vitamin D, and then every night, it's really important you get a good night's sleep. So you got to turn off the TV when it gets late. Take some melatonin or some Tylenol PM so your body has time to restore itself. Tylenol PM, melatonin, the 5,000 IU of vitamin D, Lyrica, and then I also take a muscle relaxer in the morning and at night to help with pain. Now this sounds like a lot of drugs, and you know what it is. I never took any drugs my whole life. Nothing. Nada. Zippo. Not even a Tylenol. But you know what? This is what I have to do to be able to live a normal life. And for those of you who've had fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue, or you know someone who has, I just wanted to give you some of the things that have helped me. Because now I'm able to be a better mom. I'm able to be a better wife. I'm able to get around and live my life again. I feel like I've been born again. Like I have a whole new lease on life. Before, my life was going to be over and that was it. And so now everything's incredible to me. The flowers, the tulips I planted are my joy, and I enjoy them. The trees, the birds singing, everything is like amazing every day because I'm so glad to be alive. And I'm so glad I get to be here. I prayed a prayer to God. I said, God, please let me be the one to raise my kids. Don't let me die. Let me raise them. wishes above all things that you are to prosper and be in health. And I believe that's true for me, and it's true for you too. So thanks for listening to Tracy Talks. I hope you have a great day. And if you want to email me any questions or comments, I'll be happy to answer any more questions you have. Okay? Take care of yourself. Bye.